Okay, so everyone, now it is our time to start our program. I want everybody to please get ready because it is our time to welcome our chief guests. They are already here. Okay, now I want everybody to settle down yourself. Once again, everyone, thank you so very much. I think we interact a lot, and the kind of discussion, the kind of interaction which we have done, it was pretty helpful for most of us. But thank you so very much, everyone, for your patience and for your support. I know that we are already running a lot of time, and we have very less time, and we have to conduct the whole show because we have been waiting for our chief guests. They are already here. I want for your support because now onwards, I will take the entire show very quickly. I'll try my best to make sure about it. And in that duration, I want all of your support because if you'll applaud, that applaud is for your own, companions that you are sitting next to them. And if you all are going to applaud, if you're going to cheer, they all are the architects, they all are our interiors people, they all belong to the best industry that we people are belong to. I think this is our time to come together and, support each other, to, complement each other. This is the best way to, celebrate your own profession. And I think you people are already passionate enough. The kind of discussion, the kind of interaction which we have done. We have seen a lot of people who comes from a very small city. We have seen a lot of people who are already sitting in the heart of, Delhi. So we have seen a lot of people coming from a different ideology of people. Your clienteles are very different. Your works are very different. But I'm sure together, if we will talk together, if we will, discuss our own experiences, I'm sure the moment you will leave this place, this is going to be the better way. So ladies and gentlemen, everyone present out here, please get ready. Now it is our time to welcome our chief guest, architect Shri Prem Nath ji. Ek baar zordar taali ho jaye everyone. A big round of applause. Along with, come on everyone, can we all hear it? Along with, we have the very popular Miss Lipika Sood with us. A very, very warm welcome to our chief guest, and thank you so very much for making this event very, very special for all of us. Everyone, come on, can we all hear it? Now, we would like to request our chief guest to please take your seats up on stage. Once again, a very, very warm welcome to both of you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for embracing this event. It means a lot for all of us. Now, we request both of you to please settle down yourself, be comfortable, and definitely, I will hand over the mic to you because there are a lot of people, they insisted. We really want to listen from both of you. So, please take your seat and be comfortable first. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, now, it's my time. My name is Ekta Tiwari. Once again, I welcome all of you to our 6th edition of India's Most Prominent Architecture and Interior Design Award 2022. Before we talk about this event, let me tell you everyone about our Merit Award and Market Research. Merit Award and Market Research is one of the largest independent marketing research agency. We specialize in strategic consulting assignments, business practicals, research, for big as well as for the small corporations. Apart from this, everyone, every year we research and nominate the India's most prominent awards for healthcare, dental, business, and education. We privilege these prospects after full research on the abilities to drive innovation, inspiring stories, and remarkable research. Ladies and gentlemen, as we people already know that we have our chief guest, architect Prem Nath ji with us. So let me tell you everyone, I hope we people already know a lot about him. But still everyone, let me tell you sir, as Wikipedia says sir, Wikipedia described architect Prem Nath as an iconic Indian architect, stating that amongst the fraternity architect, Prem Nath is known as the rock star architect. Everyone, a big round of applause. Seminal architect, design legend, and of course, the Nawab of luxury. He is considered one of the most admired architect, and client also consider him as lucky architect because I think his own whole journey and the kind of business with the kind of contribution he has added to the clients, their lifestyle, they actually change a lot. So that's why people call you and feel that you are the most luckiest if they will have you. So that's why he got the title of Lucky Architect. Talking about everyone, let me tell you everyone, architect Prem Nath is a trailblazer who has designed many pioneer projects in India, such as India's first revolving restaurant as Ambassador Hotel in Mumbai, India's first multiplex mall at Mumbai, India's first health spa, Golden Palms at Bangalore, India's first gold granite green township in Punjab, India's first green platinum rated school at Vadodara, and now he is doing a smart building and a smart architect at Gift City, Gujarat. Talking about his recent, he has won multiple awards, notable as CNBC Award for High-End Interiors, HUDCO Award for Green Architect in the year 2015, Gold Medal for the Indian Institute of Architects in 2019, India's Top Architect 2020 by the Construction World, and many more. And I'm sure in future, many are already coming on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our chief guest, architect Prem Nath. Well, talking about the interior world, we all know Miss Lipika Sood is the biggest name. Well, everyone, let me take this moment as a pride moment. I am here to introduce our chief guest, Lipika Sood, a renowned interior designer and a leading entrepreneur. She has an expert of more than 3 decades. She has experienced, and if we people talk about the interior world, she is the name, and of course, her legacy is the forever for all of us. Talking about her portfolio, it includes several prestigious projects, which are residential, corporate, institutions, and hospitality in India and abroad, of course. Ms. Lipika Sood is known for her unique design sensibility. Her signature is to combine traditional aesthetics with the modern design. To achieve this, she extensively worked with the craftsmen at the grassroots level. Her registered campaign, Proud to be Indian by Lipika Sood, is a step towards keeping the dying craft alive, a part of India's rich cultural heritage, which is one of the great achievement, I must say, because we all are living in a world where the luxury and the new style is the trending, but maintaining the heritage and saving our craft, which is the, very, very valuable for all of us. And I think we are Indian. We always make sure about it. Whenever we want to, evolve with the time, we always want to carry our heritage, carries our, tradition, our culture together. So she has always focused on that. Talking about her, a design strategic and a trend analyst, she has inspired and encouraged individuals to realize their true potential through her numerous transformational presentations across the globe. And a TEDx speaker, a thoughtful leader, her research-based program on creative entrepreneurship is extremely popular and sought after. Many has benefited from her talk and dynamic workshops. She has held several leadership positions and is the founder president of the Guild of Designers and Artists, and also an international executive council member of the SAG Chamber Women Entrepreneur Council. Ms. Lipika Sood has received numerous awards, including the Women Leadership Award 2021 from FICCI FLO, the Udyog Ratan Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award in Design for 2020, the Designer of the Decade Award 2021, and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the very, very talented, the very dynamic, and of course, absolutely stunning Ms. Lipika Sood with us. Before we start any kind of event, we always believe that lamp lighting is the most important thing. Since we already know that our chief guests are already here with us, so I would like to request both of you, along with Jia, to please come forward. And let's begin the program, everyone. A big round of applause for all of us. On that note, I would like to request our chief guest to please do the honors, and let's start with the ceremonial lamp first. Whenever we do lamp lighting, we always chant Shubham Karoti Kalyanam, Arogyam Dhan Sampada, Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya, Deepa Jyotir Namastate. On that note, everyone, once again, I welcome all of you to our sixth edition of India's most prominent Architecture and Interior Design Award 2022. Through the ceremonial lamp, now it is time to officially start our event. Okay, so I think let me really start first from you, sir. Of course. Acha, okay. No. I think, sir, we have to start from you because I'll tell you the reason. I'll tell you because all the people who are sitting here, we already talk about, I mean, since we got a lot of time to discuss and talk about a lot of, you know, experiences. So we have seen people who has the experience like 35 years, 25 years. Even there are a lot of people sitting here who was telling me that, ma'am, we didn't even started, our parents were started this thing and we are actually carrying on this legacy. There are a lot of people who came from a very small cities and creating wonders in their field. Since we know whenever we talk about our architecture world, the industry, you yourself hold the name as a pioneer. So I think listening from you is the best time that we can encash right now. So you have to start first.
Good afternoon, Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal ji. It's nice to be here this afternoon along with Lipika shoot, the prominent designer from city and our formation. I'm very happy to see all of you coming from different part of the country and be receiving award today. It's very nice that awards are being organized as merit award by the organization. And awards are one of the nice encouragement.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say that, I should say that my rise has come because of the encouragement awards. The first award I got when I was a student in a fourth standard, and I didn't know about that. And I was called upon on the annual day, and the principal called us and made me stand on the desk. I thought of being punished, I had no idea. Then he declared that I came first in the class. No, I had no idea what is supposed to be those days. First, kya hota hai? But then this my mother told me, beta, you have to remain first in the life. That's what you're going to possibly. पढ़ेगा लिखेगा तो बाबू बनेगा नहीं तो मजदूर बनेगा. Now I'm saying that those awards are very encouraging. I have won many awards, of course. You are today winning some awards in terms of architecture, interior designing from the different fraternities. But also award brings responsibility also there. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel high. Makes you feel more capable person over there. When you meet somebody, you can tell him, मैंने ये award जीता है. That means they feel proud about you. But at the same time, you carry in shoulder more sense of responsibility to be worthy of the award. Then you must do better to prove yourself that you got an award on that. Now your clients are the best people who will possibly, so they expect from you very good service, very good quality, very good design, and much more than possibly. And each time you move further, get a bigger award, a better award. So I suggest, I recommend all of you, request all of you, please take this award as a kind of blessing.
Yeah.
and essay for blessing from my side, we'll be doing it too. And also keep in mind that you'll be carrying a sense of responsibility to society, to your profession, and to your clients. I won't say much about that. With that, I close with this word over there. I'll ask Nikita to please carry forward. Cheers to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thanks a lot. Now I would like to request Lipika ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. I know it's an awkward time. I don't know about how hungry you are. I'm sure all of you would want lunch. And especially after what Prem Nath ji said, I really salute you, sir. It's an honor to be here on the dais with none other than the Amitabh Bachchan of architecture. And Dear, congratulations. This is a beautifully organized program. And she requested me to do a short PowerPoint presentation on what I think the current scenario of design per se and the industry is all about. I know you guys are all winners. You're here to receive awards. You absolutely deserve it. But are we ready for the new world? That is my question to all of you. So if you would want me to go through this 10 to 15-minute presentation, I'd be happy to do that. Otherwise, we can say hello and maybe interact over food on a one-on-one. So all of you who would want me to present, please raise your hands. All of you who want to be honest and go for lunch, happy to accept that too. Should I go ahead? Okay, great. Thank you so much for giving me this permission. Okay. Where should I be pointing this out? That's okay? Great. So basically, see, all of us know that there are 3 basic things that makes you a successful person in this particular trade. This is all about design, guys. Design is not something that just happens. Design is something that happens, first thing, is because there's a passion involved in it. So most of you, and I know that, be it an architect, be it a contractor, be it an interior designer, be it anybody related to the design industry, the passion has to be there. And passion, a lot of people confuse it with hobby, which is not true at all. A hobby is a hobby, but the passion is a little more than just a hobby, because that is what translates into something that you can make a living out of. So what you need is that one sound idea. And that then becomes not your passion. Sir, okay. That then becomes not your passion. But that sound idea, that burning desire makes it your obsession. Your obsession to just excel. Yes, excel, get these recognitions, get these awards, but that excellence just doesn't stop there. That excellence goes beyond that. That burning desire goes beyond that to just make a successful living. And that successful living, my dear friends, is also backed with the money that you earn. I know it may sound strange, money. Why is she talking about money? Money is important, guys. Money makes the world go round. Money makes you understand where you stand, and how successful you are. So start having a very good, healthy relationship with the kind of returns that you get for the kind of efforts, for the kind of passion that you show in your work, because you deserve it. Because the money that I'm talking about is just the byproduct. But that byproduct of that passion, that burning desire, that efforts that you make every single day in and day out is what makes you go higher and work better and achieve your goals. Success without fulfillment, it says, is an ultimate failure. We've all heard Tony Robbins say this very many times. And trust me, this is the bottom line of what you're doing today with your work. Success is not just about earning money. You've earned a lot of money. I'm sure all of you are doing very well. Of course, there's no limit to it. But is that all there is to it? Because if you are not contented, if you are not fulfilled, then you cannot grow beyond a point of time. एक जुनून होना चाहिए, एक passion, that madness has to be there, which goes beyond money, which goes beyond everything, which goes beyond the awards. Awards are important, it recognizes you, it respects you, but it has to go way beyond it. there has to be a purpose, a desire, a fulfillment attached to it. And that is the emotion that I'm talking about, guys. The emotion of not just holding an award and saying, great, wow, yes, that's very important. And it's people like Gia and the others who organize it and give accolades to people who deserve it. But it is also about freedom. It is also about getting that kind of respect that you deserve in the space that you are in. It is about the significance of who you are and what you're doing in that profession. Mr. Prem Nath is here today is because of the respect that he has built and earned over the years in his profession. It is not just the amount of money he has earned or the first time projects that he's done in different areas and genres. Yes, of course, that's a huge, huge ask. But that is not just why he's here today amongst us. Because he is a man who understands the purpose of being in architecture, of touching people's lives. So there is that emotion, that freedom, that respect that is very significant. And you know something, a lot of times we are so engaged with what we are doing that we forget what we are set out to do. Every morning, get up, get to work, firefighting, projects, clients, back home, homes issues, family, spouse, children, and you go to bed. Next morning, the cycle begins again. We are so caught up in our everyday life that we forget to even reflect, sit back and look at the larger picture. Why am I doing what am I doing? And sometimes as this slide says, the turning point in the lives of those who succeed usually comes at a moment of some crisis through which they are introduced to their other self. And we all know the big pandemic happened. We all got time. 2+ years, life changed, didn't it? I'm sure everything changed for a lot of us. Changed for work, but changed to the better also. We got time to sit back and reflect. We got time to think about what next. Look at the world around and accept the new normal, the new ways of the world. And that, my friends, is what is very important to reflect. Life is never going to be the same again. I'm sure we all know that there are spikes in the COVID happening all over again in the last 1-2 days. I think there are more than 1,000 reported cases and all of that. Things will happen. It's pandemic today, there'll be something else tomorrow. There was tsunami earlier, then there was the earthquake before that. Who knows about the wars? We need to reflect. What is our story? How can we make ourselves so strong in this hugely, hugely volatile world that we don't move, we only progress. We are able to quickly change ourselves to the surroundings. And that is when we need to go back into our lives. What is it that as a child we were happily thinking about? What is it that we love to explore even now? I know of a lot of, the other day I met a lawyer and he said, Lipika, I was so passionate about aquariums, but I'm a high court lawyer. How can I do work with aquariums in a manner which can make a living for me? I said, hello. This is the best time to explore it. Courts are closed. You're not running. You're not going for your cases. Nothing's happening. Explore the possibilities. And let me share with you, my dear friends, 2 years, all he did was learn more about aquarium making, large installations. He contacted all the 5-star hotels, big architects of the likes of Mr. Prem Nath and others. And today, he is bombarded with business. So much so that he has quit his law profession completely. And it doesn't, he's excited. It doesn't tire him because that is his passion. It was his passion when he was so young. And he did not allow himself to explore it because he was so caught up in his everyday mundane living because the show had to go on and he was a lawyer and he's still a very hotshot lawyer. I'm not giving out his name. But trust me, he's turned his life around and probably doing much better business-wise and emotionally today in the business of aquariums. And the same story holds for a lot of people who've moved from what they were doing. An interior designer in my own company, Saloni, who was always loving doing bakes and cakes, but for a hobby, and she would go home just to, ease herself. And now she's doing such huge business, huge orders. Her dad has left a very well-paying corporate job and joined in because, business requires a different scale and a different mindset and different equipment and a different setup. So these are success stories even during pandemic, but you need to go back into your life and see what is it that you want to be in a niche. Because most of you, especially in the industry of interiors and architecture, we used to say, हम तो सब कुछ बना लेते हैं. आर्किटेक्चर भी सब कुछ जो भी आ जाए कर लेंगे. इंटीरियर्स हाँ रेस्टोरेंट भी बना लेंगे, होटल हॉस्पिटल भी कर लेंगे. वी नीड टू डू ऑल ऑफ दैट. ऑफ कोर्स इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट टिल अ पॉइंट टू सर्वाइव, बट बियॉन्ड दैट लेट मी टेल यू, slowly in your head you know what excites you more and you to gyrate towards it. You need to gyrate towards it and start building that space, and so that you then become a specialist in that line and people seek you out. It's okay to say no to certain kinds of projects, but it is important for you to be able to create a space for yourself. As they say, riches are in the niches. So that's passion, and the next is the skill. Before my chair also goes, I'll quickly go through it. You have to project yourself as an expert and master your skills. Because, jack of all trades, master of none doesn't make you what you want to be at the end of your career. You need to be very sure about the kind of trajectory that you build for yourself. You have to show exceptional high levels of performance, no matter what you're doing. Even if it's putting a nail on the board, शिद्दत से करिए, इतने प्यार से, इतने बढ़िया से करिए that you feel that yes, I've done a great job of it. घर पे अगर झाड़ू भी लगाना हो ना, तो झाड़ू इतने सफाई और प्यार से लगाई that it's worthy of the झाड़ू. I'm not just saying you have to do great stuff to be able to say, okay, I've done exceptional in my excellence. Anything and everything you do, either you do it with your pure heart and soul, or don't do it at all. It's okay, let it be. Build confidence. You need to know your answers. I know of people who say, I'm an architect, I passed out from XYZ college. आप उनसे एक सवाल पूछो, I think I don't know. एक और सवाल पूछो, I'll have to look it up. Ask for the third and say, hey, are you an architect? Show me your degree. I'm telling you, this copy-paste business of ours, which helps you get your marks, makes you get your degrees, does not get you the respect or the knowledge for you to build a career. To build a life, you need to know your subject. And that is something that we need to do constantly. We have to all the time learn and learn. Don't think, अब तो I've arrived, award भी मिल गया. अब तो बहुत, let people tell me. A lot of times people think it's over. But the most constant thing in our world is the dynamics are so changing. Change is the biggest constant, as they say. And those changes are something that we need to continually look at all the time and research. Enterprise, my dear friends, creativity. This is very, very important. Aapko creative to bahut hai. How many creative people have the marketing skills? Tell me. I want to see a raise of hands and say, hum marketing mein bahut badhiya hai. Nobody. Schools don't teach us. Colleges don't teach us. Architectural schools, design schools don't teach us. But do you know how important this is? That अगर आप बहुत creative हैं और marketing skills आपके zero है ना, आप ज़िंदगी भर struggle करते रह जाओगे. You're a struggler all your life. You're doing well, you know your subject, you're delivering to your clients, you're doing a great job, but you don't know how to market yourself. You are a struggler. You have creativity and you've got some marketing skills, आप survive कर जाओगे. But are you here to survive? No. You're here to thrive. You have only marketing skills. Let me tell you, ये भी बहुत अच्छी, मैंने बहुत देख ली दुनिया. बड़ी marketing skills है जी, हम कुछ भी बेच देंगे. Architect हो, कोई बात नहीं, I'll get you some jobs. इंटीरियर डिज़ाइनर वो तो क्या है, सभी कर लेते हैं. सोफे वोफे तो लगाने हैं, पेंटिंग पुंटिंग तो टांगनी है, वो इंटीरियर डिज़ाइन है जी. you can only survive till a while. Short-term success. Ultimately, you have to be a star. Most of you are stars, let me tell you this. The fact that you're here, you're stars. I think you're stars. But, guys, let's have a slightly better approach towards marketing. We need to learn these skills. And if you don't have it, worth enrolling in it. सीखो. Life में सीखना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Communication. Here I am talking to you people. You have to have meaning conversations with your clients. हाँ अच्छा जी ये प्रोजेक्ट है घर हाँ बहुत बना रखे हैं हमने ये यहाँ बनाया था ये यहाँ बनाया था ये यहाँ बनाया था आपके लिए ये बना देंगे 20 templates बताइए कौन सा चाहिए A B C D E no have a conversation with your clients be it a building a community how home a hospital you need to understand the client it is all about having a conversation about them and not you. What you can do, हम ये कर सकते हैं, हम वो कर सकते हैं, हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं. We have done this before, we know this, we know. Listening is also communicating. Listening. Please guys, let's start listening more than talking. Listening to our clients, listening to what people want to say, listening to what's going on around the world, learning from them. And that is the only way to succeed in the long run. Meaningful conversations and an ongoing cycle which can never be stopped. You know, it's better to spend time building a relationship than jumping with a proposal, as they say. You need to understand two people, even if they meet, even for the reason of a marriage, you need to spend time, isn't it? So why rush when it comes to a project, a networking that you have to build with people? As they say, the theory of don't propose on the first date. You can't do that. Obviously, you will not be successful. Branding. Sir, we met some time back, and Mr. Prem Nath, he was at an event for IIA in Goa, and he said, you know, this is the way I am. You write a letter saying Prem Nath, Mumbai, and it will reach, and which is true. That's the brand. That's the brand all of you need to achieve and get. How do you brand yourself? You say, oh my God, architects don't need to brand. Interior designers, no. People need to understand and come to us. Why should we brand ourselves? No, it is important, guys. The world has changed. ये कहते हैं ना VUCA world. How many of you know what is the VUCA world? Anybody knows VUCA world? सुनने में आता है ना VUCA world, सब लोग कहते रहते हैं. VUCA. That is the world today, which is volatile, uncertain, chaotic, ambiguous. VUCA, volatile and totally uncertain. In that VUCA world, how do you survive? You have to survive by having to buy what people do, and they buy why you do it. You know, Simon Sinek, I don't know if you've heard of him, he says people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. I don't want to get into the depth of this, but this is a very deep 2 lines, if you can understand it. Please get onto the net and understand what what Simon Sinek has to say. It might turn your whole approach to your business, trust me. And what defines your product is you have to be standing out. Collaboration, as I said, I've spoken about this on many platforms, is very important. आप individually बैठे हो, individually awards लेके चले जाओगे, don't do that. Make sure you meet each other. You don't know what comes out of it. Maybe somebody's strength is X, somebody's strength is Y, somebody's strength is Z. Come together and let me tell you, you can take this world by the storm. कोई project हाथ से नहीं जा सकता when you have the right contacts and the right collaborations. You will be the king, trust me. And this is what I meant by saying collaborative mindset. One is an architect, the other is an interior designer, a landscape architect, an engineering designer, electrical designer. Let them come together. Trust me, they can take this world by such a storm that no project can go out of hand, because you are not giving X to the client then. You are giving X plus 1 to the client, because every area has an expert in it and you're giving the best. He cannot ignore you. Of course, leverage technology. I don't need to tell you. You can teach me. Social media जिंदाबाद. आजकल तो पैसे भी नहीं खर्च करने पड़ते marketing के लिए इसके लिए. Half the time I think social media takes care of all this with all the YouTube and Instagram and WhatsApp. I still belong to slightly old school, but I'm sure all of you are already onto it, and that's the way to go, guys. And that's the way to be part of the new normal. Of course, handle your money right. I don't need to tell you. I'm sure you're handling it very well, but you don't know how the world is going to turn around in the future. So it's important to handle it very well. All I want to say is, no matter how happily you are spending it on yourself, on your investments, on your healthcare, that little yellow spot, learning for self-development. Guys, not too many people allocate money for that. Keep a little bit of your earnings aside for your own personal self-development, no matter what age you are in. No matter what age you are in, it is very, very important. I recently enrolled myself with Indian School of Business for an ambassador's program on entrepreneurship. And it was an eye-opener. पता है क्या लग रहा था? कुछ आता ही नहीं था. 35 साल इस लाइन में रह के भी कुएं में थे. कुछ पता ही नहीं था. अंधेरे में अपनी कुएं में सोच रहे थे यही अपनी वर्ल्ड है. You got out of it. There's so much to learn. So much. कहाँ दुनिया निकल गई है और कुछ नहीं है कि ओहो बर्बाद हो गए, कोरोना हो गया, कोविड हो गया, कुछ और आ जाएगा. इतना आपको अपने आप को मजबूत खुद करना है कि कुछ भी आ जाए, you are standing up, holding up the flag of your own honor and your own dignity and your own pride of your work, no matter what, and that's possible. I'm not just saying it for the sake of it. Look at the number of unicorns that have happened in the last 2 years. Look at the number of success stories that have happened. Look at people like even ladies who are housewives, like Nykaa, that lady who launched Nykaa, the cosmetic brand, from home, and now look at it, starting an IPO. It's possible. All of this has happened in these last 2 years, the examples that I'm giving you. Why not you? Why not us? We have to do it. I won't go through this. Do you want that one big secret of success? You do? Okay. Fatafat bol deti hu. You, my dear friends, you are the biggest secret. The day you decide, I need to do it, no matter what. Nothing in this world can stop you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. The problem is we are doubting ourselves all the time. We have to bring value to ourselves. We have to bring value every day, every single moment. The meter has to move from what you were yesterday to what you are today. It may be a little bit of movement, but to the positive. Try it, let me tell you. By the end of 365 days, the meter would have moved to so much that you will forget to recognize your own self. You would have exceeded your own expectations. Try it. It's possible. And that's only possible when you bring value to yourself. This is possible when you have an extraordinary presence. You enter a room, you meet somebody, have an extraordinary handshake, an extraordinary aura about yourself, an extraordinary smile. Dil se haso. Dil se. Everything has to have that extraordinary bit which is going to make your work extraordinary. And trust me, you can work on it and get it. You've got to change you. Forget about, oh my God, no, I can't do it. Will I be able to do it? Doubting your own self all the time. Doubting whether it is for me. Forget it. Stop doubting. You need to move forward and you need to handle your situations yourself. Problems will happen. Shit will happen. It happens all the time. I actually went to another hotel just now. I thought I was the chief guest there because of confusion on the invitation card. And I suddenly realized after reaching there, yahan to koi bhi nahi hai. Yeah, so I came here. Sorry guys, because of that confusion, you had to wait for so long. Complete apologies. But shit happens, right? But आप अभी भी इधर हो, सुन रहे हो, poor yous, smile भी कर रहे हो. I'm so grateful. I love you all. But that's life, right? So let's move on. Let's just learn how to handle a situation. हाय तौबा नहीं मचानी कि अच्छा कोविड हो गया जी, जिंदगी खत्म हो गई, ओह ये हो गया जी, वो जिंदगी खत्म. कुछ नहीं हुआ है. We are all geared to handle it, take the bull by the horn. It's all here. If we decide to do it, nobody can stop us. Nobody can stop us. Only thing is, guys, you're all technical guys. कोई यहाँ लारा लप्पा करने नहीं आया है. You need to know your subjects. And your subjects are so deep. And every day the mechanics are changing. New materials are coming into the market. New technologies coming into the market. New ways of thinking are coming into the market. New people are coming into your own space, trying to give you competition. आप अपने पुराने ही स्टाइल में बिजनेस करते रह जाओगे तो खत्म हो जाओगे. You need to grow. You need to get up. You need to move. You need to be ahead of the competition. And that is something you need to figure out. How do I stay ahead of my competition? What is that X factor that I need to create that will keep me ahead of my competition? And that is what is the winning factor, which you need to create. That is the power of you. Learn to recognize opportunities. As I said, अभी यहाँ जो बैठे हैं ना, आपस में अगर आप थोड़े से कर लो, opportunities निकल आएंगी. You don't know how these opportunities will come. प्रेम नाथ जी 2-4 opportunity दे के जाएंगे आपको. Learn to ignore criticism. लोग क्या कहेंगे? लोग क्या कहेंगे? लोगों का तो कहना ही है, कहते रहने देना है. But you know, no matter what you say, कि हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, लोग क्या कहते हैं, फर्क पड़ता है. हम लोग हमेशा यही सोचते हैं, what will people say, what will people think? It's time to ignore it. जब हाथी चलता है ना, you are that हाथी. Dogs will bark, but हाथी को उससे कोई फर्क पड़ा है? वो हाथी है, वो चल रहा है, वो चलता ही चला जाएगा. And that's what you need to be, the elephant. You have to take responsibility for every situation. गलती हुई है, होती चली जाएगी. Do you think everybody is perfect here? Nobody, none of us are perfect. Shit happens, mistakes happen. But you know the best thing to do is to just take responsibility of that mistake and say, yes, it was my fault. Or yes, things didn't work out. It was a problem that my organization, my company did not look at. And move on. That's the best way to grow and the fastest. And stop making excuses. ये मैं पहले भी बहुत बारी बोल चुकी हूँ. ये नहीं हुआ, आज बादल है, आज कल बादल नहीं है, आज बारिश है, कल ये है. People, if you noticed in your own companies and some people that you are live with also, छूटते ही उनके लिए कुछ ना कुछ बहाना होता है. For everything. And you know he's making an excuse. He also knows that you know. What's the point? Stop making excuses and let's move on. And I'm coming to the end of my presentation, which says, remember, there is no shortcut to success without consistent hard work. आपने एक दिन तो बड़ा hard work कर लिया, बड़े motivate हो गए, कल शुरू हो गए जी, आप Monday plan बनाएंगे, ये करेंगे, ऐसा करेंगे, वैसा करेंगे, उसके बाद फुस. Sorry. Every single day you need to work hard. Consistency, guys, is the key. एक साथ इतना सारा खाने के बाद तो आप बीमारी पड़ जाओगे ना. थोड़ा थोड़ा करके खाओ, you will enjoy, मोटे भी नहीं होगे. Similarly with work, do little bit of extra work, that X factor with your work every day, building your own self. Not just work. When I say work, not projects or ये और वो तो करेंगे ही. That's our survival. Beyond that, do that little bit every day consistently on yourself, building yourself up, and see the transformation that happens beautifully well. So this is the three things that I talked about. And let me tell you, if you constantly work on these three factors, the passion, the skill, and the enterprise, what you get in the middle is your dream life. A dream life, a life which gives you so much happiness doing what you're doing. It gives you time to reflect. You enjoy what you have, and you are there building it up and growing it bigger and better. Your dream life is just the iceberg on the top, which people see, right? आप जो iceberg देखते हो ऊपर से float करता है, looks like a huge chunk, but only people see that. But that iceberg is held up by three very important things: passion, skill, and enterprise. Trust me, these are the three very important pillars that makes your life the way you need to lead a dream life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Lipika ma'am. Thanks a lot.